This is Darren. I can't believe I'm at 45, chapter 45. This is a flashback to what the side airlock used to look like. If you like my content, please smash that like button. This video is longer to show you a better look at my process. Starting off, I wanted it to be a little bit wider than the original because the original was really compact in there, and even putting my finger in there with a little character was, difficult. And I wanted the door to have more of a swing, a better swing that came farther in. So I had to redesign the entire thing. And yeah, I'm sure some of you are thinking, why didn't you keep the old one and just kind of rebuild it? Well, I like going to scratch. Once I go to scratch, I have to just completely rethink everything, and I don't have to use old ideas. I can just use whatever I have around me. Those little red ones are just they're kinda like placeholders because, sometimes I just put the pieces beside each other and I want to see what it feels like in the spot. Also, you can see in between the gunner seat and that hallway is the piece that's going to be this whole section connected, but I didn't connect it to the airlock because the airlock is gonna be essentially floating there, and I need to figure out how to do that first. It's not a plan, it's just how things end up sometimes. When I'm building this, I'm also thinking, I want that space underneath to be open. So when you're looking at it, maybe at a Comic Con or a Lego Con or something like that, you don't see anything underneath. It kind of looks like the whole Millennium Falcon is floating there. So I didn't take into account the distance up yet. Right now, I'm still just trying to figure out how the width of it will work with a new door. I'm not even thinking of the airlock itself. I needed to figure out how the floor plan at this end of the hallway was going to be. So another thing I had to take into account was how tall the entrance and walls needed to be around this because I need to know if the figure that's going to stand in front of it could actually go through the doorway because I wanted the doorway or the airlock to be accessible completely through for a minifig. And the other one I have is so small that it wasn't working properly or it wasn't working the way I wanted to. So once I got this little area kind of figured out, I pulled out the piece that's connected to the Millennium Falcon, and now I got to try to figure out how high because it wasn't straightforward with the floor of the hallway and where it was going to come into this section because several pieces underneath are going to add up, and it's going to get higher than that crossover. And I wanted it to be so that when I take the entire Millennium Falcon apart, and not take apart to pieces, but I mean separate the sections that I'm building now. I want it to easily just click in right there. Hallways all line up, level, and it just works because this is all a new idea that I'm just going through the process of it. Now, right now, I'm trying to figure out how far back the supports underneath. They all had to be the black Legos because I don't want them to be seen when you're looking at it in a display set. But also, where the two halves come together, there's going to be obviously where you can see what it looks like in between. And I wanted it to be so that when I display it somewhere, when I display it at a show or something like that, I want to open it up, let people see in between the two halves. I want to, be able to leave them on the table separated, not connected sometimes, and then come back, connect them again. But I wanted people to appreciate all the artwork in between where the two halves come together. The area right next to the gunner seat, I know on the lobby side, on the left side where they all gather and everything, you can see the tubing and everything, but you never really see the other side of it. So in this hallway, I'm going to add some more so that you can see that when I separate the two pieces from each other. So yes, I am reusing the round airlocks right now for placement and for alignment. And if you're wondering how they're clicked in there, it'll be two Technic pins that are sticking out, so they connect in two spots, possibly three. But I wanted it so that I could take it off of there and film through the whole hallway without that in the way. You could put a character in the airlock right there and not have that obstructing a photo shot of it. But also being able to do the opposite side and see the back side of the airlock door. So this was fun, and I think I have plans of redoing that airlock a little later because I want to make it so that possibly it opens. So I made this video with the fewest cuts I could possibly make so you could see the entire length of it. Thanks. This is Darren.